What's going on, everybody? I'm out in the middle of the forest, Pacific Northwest, you dig? Today I'm going to be photogrammetrying nature. So this is where I am right now. Awesome spot. Now I'm going to be scanning this area right here. It's really cool. It's this little creek. And this area here, just a bunch of little rocks, and then this area over here. So I'm scanning it with an app called Polytron, and I'll see you back at the computer. And by the way, I'm using the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and just to give you a little rundown of how I do it, imagine I'm in the app and I'm trying to scan that rock right there. I'll just go very slow, get all the nooks and crannies, and walk all the way around it. And by the way, really quickly, I do a podcast every single Ding Dong Monday, and I'm actually going to start doing it in nature, just sitting down and recording the podcast in nature. I think that might be fun. I haven't seen it be done before. Subscribe if you're interested at all in that. Okay, so this is what it looks like inside of the Polycam app. This was a log that I scanned, cool looking log. You get crazy good detail with this app. This is all my scans. This was just a rock floor. You can put this underneath a lake, put this wherever you want. These were those big boulders you saw a video of right next to that wall. This was that rock that I practiced with in the beginning, where I showed you how to do it. This was a trail, and yes, you'll need to clean these up quite a bit, but it's very simple. I'll show you how to do it. And this was that beginning place right next to the sign. Hello everybody, and now we are in Blender. So just right off the bat, two things that I want to say is, one, the Polycam app is like $3 a month if you want to export it in 3D formats like OBJs or whatever. So that's like $40 a year. So in my opinion, if you're doing scans and making 3D art a lot, then that's more than fair. And another thing I wanted to say is this is not going to be a beginner tutorial by any means. I just kind of want to, because I don't want to have to show exactly every single process, like how to make, the split view to make textures or whatnot. This is just gonna be pretty quick. I just want to let you guys know. So let's get into it. Right now I'm going to pull up the models that I got into Blender so we can take a look at them and start blocking out our scene. And one thing I'll note really quickly is, obviously a lot of the time the kind of ground plane will be skewed a little bit, but you just rotate it until it fits perfecto. So boom, look at this. We have a bunch of scans that look super good. So I don't have a kind of vision I want this final image to be. I just kind of am gonna make just a standard nature scene, just some random one that looks, somewhat pretty neat. So I'm just gonna throw these together. So right now, right off the bat, I'm gonna make this plane water, just because right now it's not really doing anything. So that looks pretty cool. It actually looks perfect right there. It's like a stepping stones of rocks. Something that I mentioned is the scans will sometimes have, obviously they won't be perfect. That's actually my dad that was standing in the background. Go into edit mode, hit C, scroll up to get my bigger brush. Actually click on this one so it's face select. Click all that, click that, and just click anything that you don't want in there. It's very simple, very self-explanatory. And delete faces. And I happen to know that the scan on this one kind of glitched out this back, so simple is not simple enough. You just rotate it so it doesn't show that. Okay, so I'm going to load HDRI in really quick. If you're wondering, the IOR value of water is 1.333. Alright, cleaned it up a bit. Now, let's see what we're working with now. Okay, so this looks pretty dang cool. Of course, what you'll find is the plants when scanned, it's too high poly for it to calculate it. So you can just use this as where you know grass should be, grass and plants, and simply just place some plants right over it. So that's what I'm gonna do right now using weight paints. You know, just feathering it off in the root area. Another thing I will add is I am not going to be doing many tutorials. I literally just wanted to show you how easy, and I don't know if I've already said this, honestly. This is, you know, I don't do tutorials very often. I mainly just do podcasting. But I'm just doing this just to show you guys. If you're interested in doing it yourself, it's quite easy. I'm going to put it on the edge that was glitched out. This backside. Now right now I'm going to add the plants with Grasval, and I'm just going to use like some bushes. I don't know, probably a few different types, just the same bushes for each one. I don't know, stinging nettle, we saw quite a bit of stinging nettle out there, so alright, so I added just some random trees in the background, just literally just flooding the scene. So right now I am going to add a sun lamp shining whichever way the HDR sun's shining, just so we get more dynamic lighting kinda, and then render it out, and I will see you guys there. Alright guys, so this is what we're left with here. Obviously a lot of things you could do better. Obviously there's a lot of little problems, like here where these areas where the 3D model kind of messed up and stuff like that. The layer overlapping, these are all things that you know, you spend a lot of time really getting perfect, but for just throwing it together, and literally it took me like, I don't know, like 15 minutes, you got a pretty cool, not really anything specific going on, but a pretty cool nature scene, like, and yeah, that's about it, guys. I literally don't really know. As I was making this tutorial, I didn't know what to go in to more, because I remembered that, you know, it was just how to 3D scan things and make a nature render, but hopefully you guys got something out of this. If you did, that's great, and probably won't make too many more tutorials, but I talk about design and 3D and art and life in my podcast, so if you're interested in all in that, please check that out. But nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you very much for watching.